Okay, people of God, I'm going to talk about this winter in the Sabbath flight, okay, because we are here whether many people realize it or not. I'd done the video before and mentioned it, but the video was a little longer, so I'm just going to try to keep this short. So, on October the 17th of 2023, there was a Black Flag event in Israel, okay? They said that this had never taken place in history over the Al-Aqsa Mosque, all right? Now, October the 17th is also my son's birthday. And what he went through has never taken place in history. He was the first one in the United States to undergo a cord blood transplant for a half match, okay, down at Duke Medical Center. But because it was not a success, you don't hear anything about it. And it was like a 3.5-year ordeal for him, okay? Now, my son was about my skin tone, all right? But by the time he died, he was almost the color of this writing that you see behind me, all right? Possibly like this up here. So, people of God, you're not ready, many of you, for what is coming, okay? There's going to be martyrdom. There's going to be beheadings. There's going to be all kinds of torture that's going to take place against us, the diaspora, the slave trade, okay? Especially the tribe of Judah, which is located here in America. All right? Now, the other tribes, we got the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Dominicans, okay? The Guatemalans, all the way down to the Panamanians, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Argentinians, okay, and the Chileans, and the Colombians, all the way down to the Uruguayans, right? And even the Mexicans. So they was throwing these people from Brazil in our neighborhoods, right? Hoping we didn't know who they are, right? And they didn't know who we are, let alone, who we are ourselves, right? So we can get to fighting and killing one another so we won't discover who they are, okay? That seed of the serpent, that white race, okay? The line of Esau, okay? All right. That red dragon. These are his children, as I said, the seed of the serpent. So, as I said, he said, pray that your flight be not in the winter. October is knocking right on the door of wintertime, right? And this started in Israel. Everything starts in Israel, okay? And with Israel, the land and the people, us Israelites, the people that I just named for you, okay? This does not include the Africans, okay? It does not include the Arabs. It does not include anyone with the last name Mies, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. Neither do it include the Caucasian races, all right? Okay. If you look, normally our people are the ones that are in poverty, okay, as a whole, okay? The ones that they are persecuting. And if you really look at them, they are the ones that's fighting over the wars, right, for world domination. So, again, he said, pray that your flight be not in the winter or on a Sabbath. So, I told you, they had the Black Flag event in Israel on October the 17th, which was my son's birthday, and they say that this had never happened in history. Okay? Now, the Sabbath following my son's birthday, which is not on a Sunday, as many of you like to celebrate, it is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Get these sundown laws, okay? Because the persecution that's coming, I'm quite sure is going to include this too. All right? All these horror movies you like to go see. All right? All this stuff is based on what they used to do to us during the slave trade. And they're getting ready to bring it home. It's coming full circle. All right? So, let me read for you, and I'm going to start at the 17th verse of the 24th chapter of the book of Matthew. Let him who is on the housetop not come down and go into the house to take anything, and let him who is in the field not turn back to get his overcoat. And alas for the women who are pregnant and for those who have nursing babies in those days. Now, you saw what took place in Israel, right? Matter of fact, this was on October the 7th. These women and these children You know, the whole family's fleeing for their lives. They were killing them, blowing up hospitals, schools, everything. They didn't care, right? There we go, that Caucasian race again, all right? That line of Esau. As I said, it don't matter what they call themselves, Russians, Germans, Americans, them fake Jews over there in Israel, all white people are white people, okay? Some are just a little worse than others. That's why Israel is called a little Satan and America is called a great Satan, because America is pulling the strings in Israel. So they're over there fighting and killing one another now. Okay? So if they do that to one another, what do you think they're going to do to us? All right? So it says, pray that your flight may not be in the winter or on a Sabbath. We are here. You see them trying to kick these immigrants out, right? When they immigrated to this land, Thanksgiving is coming up, right? Killed off all the Indians. Then I say the American Indians are our people. We're family. That line of Jacob, okay? The ones to who the promises of God pertain, including that land that they're fighting for over there, and this one here that they took by force, America. Okay? All right. So it says, for then, listen to this, there will be great tribulation, affliction, distress, and oppression, such as has not been from the beginning of the world until now, no, and never will be again. So everything you heard before, people being thrown in the fiery furnace, being fed to lions, right? Hanged by their necks, set on fire, children being fed to alligators, right? Huh? You ain't seen nothing yet. All of my people who don't want to believe, okay? I told you what my son went through. It was like a 3.5-year ordeal. So Donald Trump, he's going to get his 3.5 years to reign holy hell. Why some of you don't believe he can touch you. Because you think God is Santa Claus. You know that he's going to keep you from going through anything when he put his own son on the cross. Or allowed him to be put on the cross for your sins. You are normally the kind like to put other people down because you're comfortable or your social or economic status in life is above everybody else's, and you're like, well, get a job, do this, what's wrong? Okay? A lot of you getting ready to get put out your houses. This is a land grab that's going on. They want to put you in high rises while they take over the land. Okay, with the Indians. All right? Just took over America, right? Can't believe nothing they say. They're liars. And it says here, and that those days had not been shortened, no human being would endure and survive, but for the sake of the elect, God's chosen ones, those days will be short. Okay? So here it is for you right here in black and white, okay? The Sabbath and the winter flight. All right, people of God. Be ready for anything, including martyrdom, all right? And beheadings.